Be like bacon, eggs, and like some bread or something, or maybe some French toast or something. I don't know. It's just like anything like that. Anything bacon, eggs, and on a sandwich. That's like it. Yeah, I skated with pink t-shirts actually because it was like my mom's idea. It was pretty much, I would skate competitions a lot, and when I was younger, I mean I still do, but when I was younger, you would be into a jam session, so there's a lot of kids skating at one time. So my mom had the idea, everyone's wearing like black, white, or gray t-shirts, you know, because that's what we like to wear. And then my mom was like, hey, like I kind of lose you in the crowd, and I feel like maybe the judges don't see what you're doing because you blend in, and if you get a pink t-shirt, like, then maybe you'll stand out and I'll be able to find you easier. So like that's easier for me and it might help you out. So I went to my skate shop and they had a pink t-shirt and they told me that like, hey, I asked them if I could wear the shirt in the contest and that they would like cover the entry fee or something, and they were like, yeah, sure, no problem. So it kind of worked great both ways, and I feel like we definitely stood out. Once I wore that pink t-shirt, people were like, wait, you're that kid that like has a pink t-shirt on a contest. Yeah, I mean, with the front crook, it's definitely something that I grew up like loving watching people do the trick, and it kind of caught my eye, and I was like, wow, like people don't really do that much. There's only a few, like Sean Malto, and I've seen Aunt Travis, who's a filmer, but he's got an amazing front crook and stuff like that. So watching them do it, I wanted to learn how to do it, so I learned how to do it. It took a little while, but once I learned how to do it, I just kind of like wanted to do the best things I could with it, and yeah, it kind of evolved into like being something I'm known for, and now I definitely try to take it to like new levels or in any new obstacle or anything I can. So I don't know what's next. I mean, I did a big 20 rail, which I did El Toro, which was super scary. Thankfully it worked out first try. I didn't have to try it multiple times, so I got it over with quick. And then now I don't know if I'm gonna just do like a big front crook. Now I'm kind of looking for like funky front crooks. You know, like I've done them on kinked rails, I've done them on big rails. Now I kind of want to do it on like a long wavy rail or something different, you know? The Olympics, it was a pretty crazy experience. I mean, the qualification system, it was the first year last year doing it. Like that was their first couple years doing it to go into the first year of the 2020 Olympics. And it was a little crazy, especially because of COVID and just like them trying to figure out how to maneuver the qualification system for the Olympics, and it was kind of crazy going through that system, but it was definitely a fun ride. I mean, getting the chance to almost be in the Olympics, I didn't make it in. I just got bumped down to alternate, like 4th place. So, I mean, there's always next year, and I'm still thinking about going for 2024. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of just going with the flow. There was one contest coming up, but they stopped doing that, so maybe next year I'll start the qualification system again and see how it goes.
The last time I came to Barcelona was sick. I was actually here around this time last year, skating on a Plan B tour. We were working on some stuff, and it was like the first trip I got to skate since I tore my ACL. So I recovered from that, and then this was my first trip back. So it was sick to be back in Spain, for sure. I've been coming to Spain since I was 13. That's a good question, dude. It's a good question. I don't think it's talked about enough. But I'm not the guy that's gonna go out and like preach to people like, hey, you need to stop doing that. Everything and every decision we make comes down to like, are we ready, you know? And so for a long time, like I knew I was like possibly had a problem with drinking, and I didn't know how to stop. I didn't know that I wanted to stop until I did, you know? And then like I stopped once, almost made it 4 years. Didn't have a program, wasn't like working on myself, and it slipped back in, you know. And so now I've been sober for 2.5 years, but I'm like running a really good program, and I'm helping other alcoholics to like remain sober. So it's like we work off each other and we help each other stay in this space. Alcohol's super slippery, dude. It's a slippery road, and in skateboarding, it's tolerated. If anything, it's kind of praised in some circles, and that's okay, you know. But like at the end of the day, it's a poison. And I'm not perfect, dude. I lived rough for a while, for sure. So I don't judge anyone. You know, for me personally though, I had to stop. And my life completely turned around. You know, I gave my life to Jesus and I found my wife. I'm having a kid in March. You know, it's like, well, in 2.5 years, you know, of really diving into sobriety and God, like my whole life has changed. Yeah, I have all the same friends, and I got a bunch of new friends. But like, you know, like Tori, I've been friends with Tori forever. Like, it's even funny, like looking at like Chaz Ortiz and like Alex Midler, because like I met Midler when he was like, I don't know, 5 years old, maybe 6 years old. You know, so like I meet a lot of kids, and currently like the kid Wyatt that's skating for Sandlot. You know, like I met him when he was 2.5. Met him at like a bowling alley, but his dad was like, he skates, and I'm like, crazy, you know. And 6 years later, he's 8 years old now, and he rides for my brand. Have my presence in skateboarding still, so with Sandlot Times, it's like, it's a good opportunity for me to bring up kids that are coming up in skateboarding and maybe give them a different upbringing than I had through skateboarding, where it's a little bit more like guided, a little bit more strategic, depending on what they want to do. But then also it's like, it's fun to like make a board, it's fun to like create a graphic and put it on and like know that that's your brand. So we run it with my buddy Mike, the studio, filmer and photographer, also business partner, and then my mom and our assistant Angelique. So it's 4 people running the company. No man, we love that. We love the Sheckler sessions. It was super fun. My main filmer Eric Bragg, we're always sending episodes back and forth to each other, like just kind of reminiscing on the past. And I think there's something that needs to happen, or maybe it needs to come back a little bit. We'll see.
My Red Bull solos was a gnarly experience, but it was fun actually, but also excitement because you're by yourself. The skate park at Ryan Sheckler's park, they give you an hour to get a 45 seconds to 60 seconds run. At first, like when I watch it, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, because I thought it was small. But when I get there, like it's big, especially for me. Oh, food park. Yeah, that's the next one. Because at first, like we're trying to do the contest, so the Tokyo 2020, made it happen, and now I think I'm still trying to go to Paris, but also I think I'm gonna do film a video part. The colorway from New Balance really high. Actually, this is a second or third colorway. I feel the love from New Balance family. They've been there since day one, and big shout out to Anthony Clarvo. He got me a first ID and passport, and from there until the signature shoe. It's actually inspired by puso. It's like a hanging rice. It's like a rice inside of a coconut leaf, and then that's how you eat it in the streets. And you get it in my hometown. Big shout out to my family, girlfriend, sponsors, New Balance, Red Bull, 852, all my sponsors, you know who you are. Thank you for the love.
Thank you so much.